we're going to learn about Arapaho Tipis. And in this book here, it tells you about Arapaho Tipis, and it's written by an Arapaho person. And of course, you see the first depiction here is of the water bird. The water bird is a symbol in the Arapaho world of nature that it needs. This is a pattern that was made by usually the Arapaho women working together to make a teepee from buffalo skins that the men would hunt and bring back for them to make a lodge with. It took a lot of family work to create this. What they needed were teepee poles, which were usually collected by taking lodgepole pine trees and making them into a structure to hold the skin, the tanned skin around it to build a structure for it. And within this, they would have their home. To begin, you need to have a skin that's been put together that has the flaps for the smoke hole, because they do have a fire inside, a small fire going. And they have I put this together, and then we need to think of ideas of ways to decorate, because they would tell stories on their teepees about their family and their values. So I'm giving you some ideas here on this teepee picture. You'll see pictures of water birds and the sun, because these elements of nature were very important in their life because it was their way of survival. Here is a simple drawing of a water bird, because we know water is very important. Here in a children's book, we see the pictures of a teepee, of teepees in a tribe with families all together, and these are their homes, and they are living in their villages. And of course, we know the skins of the buffalo were very important for this process. So we're going to take a simple paper bag, and we're going to crunch it up just gently, and we're going to make it look like it's been tanned. It's been softened so that you can work with it to turn it into your teepee. It has some flaps here, which are going to become part of what makes the door. It also has a smoke screen, or the smoke flaps there. And you'll want to take maybe a pencil before you start coloring, and you might want to put some ideas down on your paper. You can even use scratch paper. They did like geometric shapes, which are like what I'm doing now with a zigzag. If you're thinking of doing a water bird, you might think about making the square head, which is another geometrical type of shape, and the shoulders and wings of the bird, which are simply, again, geometry shapes. And then it turns into something like this, and you can put its feet on it, or its claws. You can give it its eyes, and then of course you can put depictions in it to show its wings and its body, and other important things. So then you'll want to begin by decorating your skin, your hide, giving yourself some idea of what you want to represent, thinking about your family and what's important to you, and how you survive together in nature, and how you also have fun together. The thing that is important to know about the Arapaho people, and I want to make myself a nice big sun here because the sun is very important, is that they were a group of people, like many of our families, who enjoyed being together and worked hard together to keep their food supplies together. But they traveled a lot. They moved from location to location, and that's why the teepee was an easy way to build a home. Now, if I wanted to build or make a water bird again, I might simply make some shapes that give me the idea of a water bird and his wings. And if you don't get it exactly right, it's okay, because this is just learning, and that's what we're doing. We're learning about how hard these tribes had to work in order to survive. Here's some wings, here's the bird's body, here's its claws and its eyes. Now I want to put maybe some clouds for some rain and weather. Maybe on this side I want to put a tree, because we know that the pine trees were very important to the tribe. The next thing is that the Indians made their own paints. Well, we already have our paints today, and we usually buy them at the store, which they didn't have a store back then. Everything they did, they had to do on their own. So as you see, I'm going to color this in, and I'm going to add my own ideas for it to depict my family and what my family represented and how we lived together to survive and also enjoy our lives together. So we're going to pause with that, and we're going to get to work again, as I said, on building our Arapaho Tipi.